Saint Paulinus the Merciful, Bishop of Nola. January 23rd, a Roman senator and bishop, having renounced his vast wealth, ultimately sells himself into slavery to ransom a widow's captive son. A heads up in the spirit of transparency. Please be advised that this content may include death of children, capture, and voluntary servitude. Pontius Meropius Paulinus, known as Saint Paulinus the Merciful, Bishop of Nola, was born around 354 AD in Bordeaux, Gaul. He came from a wealthy and noble Gallo-Roman family. His early life was marked by an excellent education in law and poetry, preparing him for public service. He embarked on a political career, rising to the rank of Roman senator. Around the year 378, he served as a consul, a position of significant authority. During this period, he governed the region of Campania in Italy, where he developed a devotion to the local martyr, Saint Felix of Nola. This early connection to Nola and its saint would later become central to his spiritual journey. Paulinus married Theresa, a devout Spanish Christian noblewoman. Their bond was strong, but a profound sorrow entered their lives with the death of their infant son shortly after his birth. This grief became a turning point, prompting them to seek deeper meaning in their faith. Around 389 AD, they were baptized by Saint Ambrose of Milan, a significant spiritual father of the era. Following their baptism, Paulinus and Theresa made a decision to renounce their worldly status and vast fortune. They sold their extensive estates located in Gaul and Spain. The proceeds from these sales were distributed to the poor, providing relief to many. They also liberated their slaves, granting them freedom. Furthermore, they used their wealth to fund the construction of churches and hospices, establishing places of worship and care for the sick and needy. This act of renunciation marked their commitment to a life of Christian asceticism and service. Around 395 AD, Paulinus and Theresa moved to Nola in Campania. Their intention was to live a monastic life near the tomb of Saint Felix, Paulinus's patron saint. Their piety and generous spirit became widely known. On Christmas Day in Barcelona, the people, recognizing his spiritual depth, spontaneously seized Paulinus and demanded that the bishop ordain him to the priesthood. This ordination occurred against his initial wishes, but he accepted the call. As a priest, and later as Bishop of Nola from approximately 409 AD, Paulinus served the church with dedication. He was a beloved spiritual father to his flock. He was known for his wisdom, his poetic writings, and his profound love for the poor and suffering. His life demonstrated a consistent commitment to the principles of the gospel, particularly the call to charity. The event that led to his veneration as the Merciful is recorded by Saint Gregory the Dialogist. In 410 AD, the Goths under Alaric invaded Italy, causing widespread suffering. Later, the Vandals under Gaiseric raided Campania, taking many people captive to Africa. Saint Paulinus, as bishop, exhausted all the church's resources to ransom these captives, demonstrating his unwavering commitment to his people. Despite his efforts, a poor widow approached him in tears, pleading for the ransom of her only son, who had been enslaved by the Vandal king's son-in-law. Having nothing left to offer, Saint Paulinus responded to her plea directly. "Woman, I have nothing of value to give you, but I myself will go as a slave in your son's place." Paulinus traveled with the widow to Africa. He presented himself to the king's son-in-law, offering himself as a slave in exchange for the widow's son. The Vandal accepted this exchange. Paulinus, who had once held the esteemed position of Roman consul, now served humbly as a gardener. His actions were a testament to his humility and self-sacrificing love. Over time, his wisdom and noble bearing began to impress his master. The Vandal discovered Paulinus's true identity as a former Roman senator and bishop. Struck by the profound humility and sacrifice of Paulinus, the Vandal not only freed Paulinus, but also released all the other captives from Nola who were enslaved with him. Paulinus and the freed captives returned to Nola, bringing with them shiploads of grain provided by the Vandal. The people of Nola greeted their bishop and the returning captives with great joy. Saint Paulinus reposed peacefully in the year 431 AD. His life illustrates the gospel teaching of forsaking worldly possessions to follow Christ and loving one's neighbor as oneself. He stands as a witness to radical charity, demonstrating that true wealth lies not in material possessions, but in selfless service and compassion for others. His example continues to inspire believers to live lives of mercy and dedication to Christ.